you walked into your local supermarket and had only 10 seconds to choose between two strawberry yogurts, which would you choose? By show of hands, who would choose yogurt A? And who would choose yogurt B? Okay, most of you voted for B. But how did you decide? I didn't show you the ingredient list, the nutritional information, the price. I only showed you a picture of the food packaging. And so your decision is grounded in marketing. If you went for yogurt A, you chose packaging with more of a farm fresh vibe, a green lid, transparent tub, where you can look through and see the whole ingredients. Whereas yogurt B is slick and high-tech. It has a standout font. It's brighter with more strawberry visuals, zero written in big green writing, and a French word. But still, you made a decision. And that's because marketing works. It works brilliantly. I have a confession to make. I love food marketing. It's some of the most effective, creative, and clever marketing in the world. Over the next 10 minutes, I don't want you to think about the cynical, disingenuous side of marketing. I want you to see the enormous, untapped potential. Let's examine something we do perfectly, market food, and transfer lessons to something we do quite terribly, market ourselves. Imagine a world where you could be paid to be the best professional version of yourself. What if all of us could be packaged in an ideal shiny box, custom designed to emphasize the best of our personal brand? What if our professional image was optimized to showcase our best professional selves, marketing our top strengths and highlighting our finest successes? What would happen? I think there would be 3 positive results. First, it would level the playing field. If everyone could perfectly articulate their best professional self, recruitment would become more merit-based. Next, we would work in jobs we were more suited to, where our natural talents could be best expressed, leading to more creativity and innovation. And finally, we would be more fulfilled and more energized to start each workday. So let's take a look at an excellent personal brand versus a poor one. Ready? Guess who? She's exotic, she's vibrant, she's Latina. No last name required, she's a household name. Do you know who it is? You guessed it, acai. With her swirly C and her funky I, this berry hails from Latin America and the Caribbean. She looks down on the world from atop of the majestic acai palm tree on which she grows. Deep in the Amazon jungle, between the giant kapok trees and the creeping monkey brush vines, the acai berry touches the rainforest sky. A closely kept secret by local tribespeople, this berry is a singular source of ancient nutritional wisdom. Born in the tropics, the acai has only recently graced our foreign shores with her splendid old world powers. She's expensive, she's trendy, she's a superfood. On the other hand, the common blackberry. One of the earliest known instances of blackberry consumption dates back 2,500 years. Ancient Greeks and Native American Indians used blackberry fruit, leaves, roots, and shoots for medicinal purposes. And although the blackberry is similarly delicious and equally nutritious, she never had a chance. She's bumpy, she's dull, she commonly grows everywhere and on a shrub. Her biggest achievement to date? A smartphone named after her. You and I know the acai is just a berry, but with world-class marketing and tip-top branding, she's elevated to the status of a super berry. Because marketing works. And if it's so effective, why aren't we more invested in our own marketing? Personal branding applies to people the same branding and marketing techniques traditionally reserved for products. In the same way that a mayonnaise jar tries to stand out on a crowded supermarket shelf, we too want to stand out in a crowded, competitive world filled with experts and qualified peers. But how many people here today have a personal brand? Well, of course, everyone has a personal brand, but few of us strategically and intentionally define and manage our brand. And so, the world constructs our brand for us, and we remain passive players in our professional destiny. No food company ever arbitrarily places a new product on the supermarket shelf. No, before a new food product penetrates the market, companies build an intricate marketing strategy around it. They research the competition. They reflect on target groups. They build a brand story. They construct an advertising strategy, a pricing strategy. They optimize the packaging because it's influential, because it's profitable. Over the course of our lifetime, most of us will spend over 75,000 hours at work. And yet, during our 40-plus-year career, few of us spend even 1 hour reflecting and strategically building our personal brand. To start building your personal brand, you don't need a $5 million budget and marketing team of 10. Here are 4 lessons you can take from our food friends and apply to your brand today. Lesson 1, put your spinach first. This is my son's favorite baby food pouch. And here are the ingredients in order of quantity. 70% apple, 18% pea, 8% broccoli, and right down the bottom, 4% spinach. And yet, when you take the food pouch and turn it around, spinach is listed first. It's listed first because that's what parents most want their babies to eat. It's smart marketing. And now that I've shown this to you, you're going to see it everywhere. Many brands use this clever marketing trick. Lesson 1, don't be afraid to put your spinach first. If you have a skill that's attractive to your consumer, that sells you, show it off, even if you don't have a university degree in spinach. Even if you don't have decades of specialized spinach experience. Be bold in the branding of you. Lesson 2, know you're vegan. Let's take a sneaky peek into the world of marketing personas. Come on, follow me through the side door into the marketing room in a plant-based meat substitute company. Here is a sample product, no meat mince. And here is a hypothetical consumer for this product. Meet Joe Vegan, marketing persona 351. Joe is 28 years old. He's been vegan for 5 years. He rents a 1-bedroom apartment with his partner in a trendy suburb. They're saving up to buy a house next year. They have a Labradoodle named Audrey. They're working towards being plastic-free by 2023. Joe shops online between 6 and 9 p.m. He uses a credit card, and he expects free shipping on large orders. He grew up in a meat-loving household. Sunday roast with Nana and Pop, ham on the bone for Christmas. He does Pilates, not yoga. He cooks healthy with local produce. And he always composts his leftovers. His secret guilty pleasure? Dipping his broccoli sticks in vegan cheese. Yup, these are the lengths food marketing companies will go to deeply understand the motivators of their target consumer. They'll create pretend marketing personas based on data and research to better understand their potential customer. Lesson 2, in your own career, who's your potential buyer? Who are you selling your professional skills to? To have a great personal brand, identify and study your target audience. Joe Vegan wants a meat alternative at a barbecue. He wants the taste without the cruelty and without the environmental impact. And smart companies will give Joe the exact product he wants with targeted marketing just for him. When people hear I build personal branding strategies for a living, there's a common question that follows. They'll say, I'm an engineer, a designer, a business owner. How would you brand me? The answer is always the same. Who are you branding yourself for? Recruiters, investors, clients? The strategy completely changes depending on your target audience. In your industry, what specialized abilities and experience does your target audience want? What key skills and qualifications repeatedly appear in job advertisements that interest you? What keywords do people use to search for someone with your skills? To have a great personal brand, identify and study your target audience. To do an even better job, examine the full landscape of your industry. Lesson 3, follow the gluten. Let's talk about gluten sensitivity. Celiac disease is an autoimmune condition in which the body reacts abnormally to gluten. Celiac Australia says this condition affects 1% of Australians. But trust me when I say it's not for the benefit of this 1% that food marketers plaster gluten-free on every food product from here to the Opera House. The prevalence of peanut allergies in Australia is over 2%, and no one gloats their product is peanut-free. No, gluten-free is a food trend. And in my search for strange and wonderful gluten-free claims, I came across everything gluten-free, from toothpaste to peanut butter to shampoo to mayonnaise. Guys, mayonnaise never contains gluten and never will. It's just fashionable. Lesson 3. Do you know the professional trends in your industry? From agile methodology to the customer journey, from blockchain mainstreaming to data storytelling. What are the uncharted directions your industry is moving in? In building your personal brand, leverage these professional trends to show that you're current, well-informed, and adaptable. And finally, to end on a true marketing high point, lesson 4, highlight your poo. Kopi Luwak is poo coffee. It contains partially digested coffee cherries eaten and defecated by a small mammal, the Asian palm civet. Fermentation occurs as the cherries pass through the civet's gut. Post-poo, the partially digested cherries and other fecal matter are collected and packaged. Instead of being altogether entirely unsellable, this form of processing produces the most expensive luxury coffee experiences in the world. The selling points: 1, selection. The civets choose to eat only certain superior cherries. And 2, digestion. The composition of the coffee cherries is altered in the civet gut, producing a premium product. Genius! Lesson 4. In your own career, how can you turn a seeming disadvantage into an advantage? Instead of apologizing for English not being your first language, showcase the advantages of being multilingual. If you're easily distracted, you've likely got a lot of information to share. And if you're a generalist, you can offer multiple perspectives on a problem. So, what if your professional image was optimized to showcase your best, authentic self? If you were to put your spinach first, know you're vegan, follow the gluten, and highlight your poo, who could resist you?